you can see anything. Stay still. Kelly, I'm shaking. Wait, wait.
¿Cómo están todos?
Is that everybody? Oh, that's it.
Estuvo noch ein? Jede Menge Schau. An dem Ding da. So. Beer! Beer!
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, you got big. My God.
Mama!
Everybody grew up and left.
Stuck it there on there.
Alyssa!
Now, Joe, she looks exactly like that.
There she does.
Who is this man, Mom?
Isn't that special?
Oh, man, that thing is good. That's good. Come on, Daddy.
I'm ahead of you. Yeah, I know you're in the
Bobby Hope. Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Bobby Hope. It ain't no MRV Kool-Aid, baby. I think I'm real fried chicken, baby. Real. Ain't no juice in the, what is it? Table container shit. It ain't none of hell. T-Rap, no more salty shit. No more salty. Salty Oh, yeah. I want a copy of this video. I'm serious.
Up there, and then they let us know you have, let's say, 10 trucks coming in with such and such ammunition. And from that point, we'll pick it up as it comes in the entrance of the CSA. They'll tell us what pad, for instance, the whole CSA is divided up into many different sections or different pads, and they'll give us a pad such as Alpha 12. From there, we'll pull it down there and download the ammunition into whatever configuration is required.
Okay, how do you, when you get out here, you receive a specific order, okay? And you talked about the push pads, okay?
Correct.
Can you tell me what those are and what additional requirements needed to be added to those?
Okay, well, basically, when we receive ammunition here, it's all loaded on the trailers in pure type. In other words, we'll get a trailer full of only projectiles, another trailer full of only fuses, another trailer full of only prop charge. Okay, the problem is that in order to send all those trailers up to the customer unit, is it's not in a form that they can actually fire one projectile. So what we do is when we lay it on the ground here, we put everything together into what's called a push package. And from that point on, when the trailers come to pick it up, the customer units, when it's loaded on the trailer will actually have a mixture of ammunition, from your projectile to your prop charge to your fuses to your primer. In other words, everything you need to fire that projectile will be on the trailer.
How long does it take from the time the order is received until the time the ammunition is going up?
Depends on the amount of trailers. Basically, I'd say in a 12-hour amount of time, we can load, my platoon can load about, I'd say 60 to 65 trailers, if considering that they give us all the trailers in that time frame.
What kind of an undertaking are we talking about to set one of these things up?
With the ammunition coming in, we have, it took us about 7 days to lay all this ammunition on the ground. Considerable amount has left, but we filled it in 7 days. And we're talking roughly about 45,000 short tons of ammunition.
was going to say, without being real specific, can you tell me exactly what we're talking about in numbers here?
That's hard to say. Well, I can tell you is with the MLRS that we have on the background, the pods, we had over 1,000 pods. Projectiles, you're talking roughly over 10,000. It's rough. It's really rough to say.
Okay. Now, all this ammunition will be, this is your main collection point, correct? Now, do you have other points along sort of the front lines that you will take ammunition to, or how's that?
The 101st has set up what's called ASPs. And if you look at doctrine, you've got your core storage area that supports the ammunition supply points, which are farther forward, and in which they support what's called ammunition transfer points, or ATPs. So basically, as the battlefront moves forward, and as those ASPs and ATPs are set up, then they'll draw from here.
Now, how are you resupplied?
We're resupplied either directly from port or from the CSA that was backed by Log Base Alpha.
Now, can you gauge how well the battle's going out here just by looking at what you're shipping out and what you're not shipping out?
So far, it seems like it's going pretty good. From what when we first got on the ground, it's kind of quiet for a few days, and then all of a sudden everything's been pushed forward rather quickly. I'd say we're actually pushing the ammunition out faster than what we were actually loading it in here.
So you'd rather be busy than not?
That's right.
What is the soldier feeling out here? He works long hours most of the time. He's in the trucks. How many hours a day doing this stuff? What is his day like?
Well, basically our day, we work in 24-hour shifts between myself or my platoon and another platoon, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. My shift starts at noon and goes till midnight. Like I say, a general day, they'll get here, fuel up the forklifts, and then we could easily be on the forklifts off and on for about the whole 12 hours, depending on the mission. So far, the morale is very high. In fact, most of my guys, it's hard to get them off the forks. Even after 12 hours, I have to literally come down here and say, stop what you're doing. We got to, switch off. We got to get the people switched out. So they're hard workers. They don't complain a lot, and they love to work.
How many different missions can you guys run out here?
We can run probably any amount depending on total trailers. Let's say we get in 4 or 5 different issues, then we'll try and break down the crews or the sections to fill those issues. If we don't have enough, then we'll cover as many as we can, get them done as quickly as possible, and move over to the other issues. So we can actually run, I'd say, up to 4 or 5 pads, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. This part of the desert is known as the core storage area, and it's where they keep all the ammunition that goes forward to the troops. Directly behind me is approximately 10 square miles of nothing but ammunition, and the job of distributing that ammunition goes to the 144th Ordnance Company out of Wildflecken, Germany. Good?
Yep, I'm going to do a closeout.
For this one, I'm not sure if I want to make this one into the total package or not.
Okay.
I might as well close one. Okay, let me see if I can think of something real quick.
I'll give you some more. What's that?
The job, of course, of distributing this ammunition is a big one, but for the 144th, they are sustaining the line as they keep the mission flowing here in Saudi Arabia. Reporting from the deserts of Saudi Arabia, I'm Specialist Jim Higgins, AFN News. Okay, first of all, your name, please?
My name is Staff Sergeant Turner.
Okay, first name.
George.
George, J or G?
G.
Okay, E-O-R-G.
G-O-R-G.
Okay, George. Explain a little bit to me what you do on the forklift here.
Okay, my mission here is to supervise the operation of downloading and uploading ammunition here at the CSA. My job as the section sergeant is to ensure that all the munition is uploaded safely and make sure that all the operation is done on a timely manner.
Mm-hmm. Now, you get how many different missions, so to speak?
Basically, we get several missions. Our first mission is once we arrive here is to set up the CSA, download a lot of trouble that comes in from the port. Majority of the ammunition comes in from Germany, and we have to download it to set up the core storage area. And right now, our main mission is to upload the ammunition and send it up forward.
What about the safety factors out here for you guys on the forklifts? The sand and the dust must kick up, must give you kind of problems, vision and stuff every once in a while?
Correct. Normally, at least once or twice a week, we have a lot of sandstorms and dust storms, and it sort of hinder the missions a lot because of the vision, and you have to make sure that soldiers are very careful with the ammunition, make sure they don't drop any munitions or run into any other types of equipment.
What are some of the other safety factors you have to look at?
Basically, the forklift itself, right, have to be stopped on a periodic basis to check, make sure all the sand is out of the system, out of the filters and all that, because over a certain period of time, the lift will go down if it's, if it's not PMCS properly. And also the soldiers themselves, you have to watch them, make sure, because we're working long hours, and you have to make sure that the soldiers